Hi, welcome back to our Vitalise Daily Devotionals. I'm Gemma, and we are thinking about our final fruit of the Spirit this week, self-control. Self-control, our ability to manage our impulses, our emotions, our behaviours in the face of temptation. I can't think of anything more difficult. I was watching Rebecca on Monday eat that donut without licking her lips, and I was thinking to myself that I could have tried to have done that with a lot of self-will and motivation, but I actually think I would have failed and I would have given in to temptation and licked my lips. I know that for me personally, when faced with temptation, sometimes I find it so difficult to exercise self-control. And this was just eating a donut. How, when we are faced with more significant temptations in our lives, when others around us might be encouraging us to do something that we believe goes against how God calls us to live, how then do we exercise the fruit of the Spirit, self-control? In 1 Corinthians 10 verse 13 it says, "But remember that the temptations that come into your life are no different from what others experience. And God is faithful. He will keep the temptation from becoming so strong that you can't stand up against it. When you are tempted, He will show you a way out so that you will not give in to it." The temptations that we face are no different to anyone else. When we give our lives to Jesus, we don't become exempt from facing trials and tribulations every day. And the temptations of the world are real and powerful. But what an encouragement in that passage. God is faithful. He will help us to stand up against it. He will show us a way out so that we won't give in to it. I believe the way out is often the gentle nudging of the Holy Spirit that makes our senses alive to knowing that we need to stand firm, that we need to allow Him to show us the way out. But I'm also reminded from our last Vitalise Daily Devotional series of the armour of God, that we have every piece of God's armour that we can put on to resist the enemy in times of temptation, so that after the battle we are still standing firm. We can read about the armour of God in Ephesians 6 verses 10 to 18. Or, if you have time, I encourage you to go and have another look at the Vitalise videos on the armour of God, to equip yourself in helping you develop that fruit of the Spirit, self-control. Thanks for listening.